Hi, my name is Sheo and I'm an extrovert. Last month, I went to Ghana for a week and I spent less than 400k. So I'm here today to tell you how you can spend just as little when you're in Ghana. Let's go. So, first things first, you have to go to Ghana in a group. I'm saying this, I know it sounds like very generic advice, but I'm saying this because it's very important. When you go in a group, you spend less on everything, like everything. I'm so glad that I went with two of my friends because it really brought down cost like drastically. So the first thing you should do is find a group of people. I don't care if it's carry your mom, your sister, your siblings, your grandparents. Find people that you go with and that will actually split money with you, right? Everybody's going with their money. We're putting money together into like our pot of soup, and we're like taking bits and pieces from the soup. That makes no sense, but I think you get the gist. The second thing you should consider when traveling to Ghana is transportation. Are you going to take flights? Are you going to use bus? I used bus because I travel on a budget. So if you're traveling on a budget like I did, then the only thing you can use is bus. You don't have any other option. Personally, I used GIG when I was going, and GIG stressed me. Let me give you guys a little gist. So, the bus trip was supposed to start by 5:30. That's what they put when I registered online, right? And I got there late. I cannot even lie. I did get there late. I got there before like 6:30. But when I got there, the bus was still there, but they refused to let me board because they said I was late. But like, okay, the bus is still there. Can I still board? They said no, that they've already put luggage, not human being. No, they've already put luggage on our seats, so we cannot board, and we had to like change the dates first, like go to Ghana. And we're like, okay, what dates are available? And said the next day, so we couldn't leave on the day we wanted to leave. We had to leave the next day because they put luggage on our seats, which is it was very sad. And the next day, when I went to a different park, same GIG, but a different park, we eventually left by 8:30 because the bus got there really late. So it was like, oh, this other place, they left early. They didn't even leave early, sorry. They said we cannot enter the bus because they put luggage into that place. There was actually space, but we just left late. So the place I'm talking about, I went to GIG Yaba. GIG Yaba is very popular, very I don't know. They're annoying, child. They're the ones that didn't let us board. And then eventually we went to JG and Opaja to actually go board the next day because there was no other bus that was going to Ghana that day. To travel to Ghana by bus, all you just need is either your ECOWAS passport or your NIN. I was very surprised to find out they can actually use NIN to travel, but you can. So you just need one or two of these things. Use your passport if you have passport so that you will stamp it. Because me, that's why I went to Ghana. I went to go and stamp my passport. I wanted to stamp it. Let me go to have stamped the passport, right? And the journey cost 70. I think it was like 74,000. I registered online. I used their app because their website was very buggy. So I used their app to book the space, right? And then I went. It's also good to like book ahead because if you book like very close to the date you're traveling, you will definitely get the worst seats at the back. So you need to book like maybe like a week before you go on the app. Make sure you use the app. Don't use their websites. Use the app. Book your trip if you're using JIG, and then you'll be on your merry way. So I cannot talk about booking a bus without talking about the length of the journey, right? So I think I mentioned that we eventually left by 8:30 from Yanokwaja GIG Park. There were a number of stops on our way. Oh my god, they stopped us. They stopped, especially like in Nigeria, like before we got to Seme. I didn't even count. I was just tired. Right? Just kept on stopping and stopping and stopping, checking for stuff rather. And it took a bit of time. But eventually we ended up getting to Ghana around 9 o'clock at night. But there was traffic in Ghana at the beginning, close to the border, that border. It's called Aflao border. There was traffic around that side. So yeah, it actually took longer than it should have. It should have taken shorter, but yeah, 9. So let's say 8:30 to 9. So like roughly 12 hours, right? That's how long it took for us to get to Ghana. Coming back, it took longer. I'm not going to lie to you. We left by like maybe 7:30 or thereabouts. We didn't end up getting to like the park at Yaba till I think we got there around 8 10:30 or there about 10:30 or before 11. Coming back, I didn't use GIG. Have to mention I didn't use it. I used ABC because by the time it was time for us to book, we actually booked late. I can't lie to you because we had to use CDs to book. We couldn't book with Naira on the app for some reason. Maybe because we're already in Ghana, so we couldn't book with Naira. By the time we got CDs to now like pay, the bus was already full, so we had to use ABC. With ABC, we could pay into both CDs and Naira, right? So ABC coming back was, I would even say I prefer GIG, even though GIG stressed me. ABC was very stressful. Boss, I even busted on when we were coming back. was quite a journey. So I would say, like, from the two experiences I had with GIG and ABC, I would say GIG, even though GIG is stressful. Just to go early, and I think they wouldn't really stress you like that, but I think I prefer GIG. Someone mentioned another one called GUO to me, but I haven't used that. I don't have any experience with that, but the person said it is better. But I can say out of GIG and ABC, I would say GIG was better. Another thing you should consider when going to Ghana is you have to plan your itinerary. Like, it's very important for you to plan your itinerary before you go, because there's so many places that you would like to go in Ghana. For us, we had like a long list that we wanted to, like, all the places we wanted to go. By the end of the day, we ended up like just taking like half of the list because of where we were. Some places that tourists like to visit, but this place is actually very, very far from Accra, at least the part of Accra that we were, because we're on the outskirts of Accra and we're not in the main city. And they were like, some of them were like an entire day's journey, right? To go and come back, right? So if you want to go to Ghana, you have to like sit down and think of all the places that you actually want to go, and then see like where exactly these places are, how far they would be from your accommodation, so you can plan very well. If not, you end up missing out on a lot of places that you may have wanted to go to, or you may like to go to, just like we did. So make sure that you sit down and plan your itinerary before you go. I also think it's very helpful for you to change money before you go to Ghana. For us, because we had a host in Ghana, right? We're able to send him some CDs. We're able to convert some money and send him like CDs, and he kept that money for us. And then when we went there, we started to like find a way to change money there. Finding a way to change money in Ghana was very tough because went like two places and we couldn't find. At the place that we eventually found, we were able to change money from, I think the rate was 111 naira to one CDs. To one CD rather. That's how much we changed it. Coming back was even worse. When we got to the first border, the flower border, they're trying to change money for like 90 something or 90 naira. And we said no. We got to the second border, that's the Togo border, and we actually found it for 95. But we're like, oh, don't worry, by the time we get to maybe Seme border, it will be cheaper. When we got Seme border, it was still 19 naira. So imagine we changed 111 naira to one CD, and then we changed one CD to 19 naira. So we lost money. So what you need to do is that when you're in Ghana, know what you're spending. Like whatever money you're converting to CDs, make sure you finish it, because if you're converting it back to naira, you will not like yourself. You will lose money. You will cry like we almost did. So we actually lost money. I can't lie to you. So just make sure you know how much you're spending, and even if like you don't end up finishing your money, now what is left, you won't really hurt. Like you won't really be pained if like you lose money when you're changing back to naira. So for accommodation, I can't speak much in accommodation because frankly I am a scam. And one of the reasons I was able to spend as little as I did was because I had a host, right? So I have someone who stays in Ghana, is a Ghanaian, and we basically went to sleep at his house. So based on that, we're able to like cut spending expenditure because of that particular thing. Staying in the place for 1 week without having to spend money for accommodation is a lot. I can't lie to you. So if you have anybody in Ghana, please hold them tight. Hold them tight. You're going to stay in their house because this is way cheaper to stay like at a person's place than to actually get accommodation. But if you're going in a group, like I already stated, getting accommodation and sharing it any amount of ways is definitely gonna help. Like definitely. I think what we're planning to stay before we eventually decided to stay at my host house. I think was going to cost like 200 or 300, I think, CDs per night for three people. We asked because they actually went to make like findings for us and all of that. So if we're not staying at this place, we would have stayed at the hotel for about 300 I think it was even 300 to 400 CDs per night. So yeah, I think it's still workable with a budget. You can still actually stay with people for a week and not spend that much money, as long as you're going in a group. Like I'm emphasizing it too because I know what I'm saying. Then you should know that all that roaming P. Oh my god, my same will roam, my same will roam. That thing did not work for us. I don't know if it works for everybody, but for the three of us, we didn't find network. We didn't find network. We were everyone stranded. The thing is, you can actually, when you get to Afla border, you can actually buy a SIM. Because I know one guy entered our bus and was saying, "Oh, I have a SIM. It's already registered. Like, it start working immediately with your phone." But we didn't buy because we had Ghanaians in our bus telling us that, "Oh, it's so expensive. What would have seen that? That's 70 CDs, blah blah blah." Because that's how much the guy called it. So we're like, "Oh, since the Ghanaians are giving us that, we should not buy the SIM. We will not buy it." By the time it was trying to drop, time to drop, like everybody dropped from the bus. These Ghanaians ran away. Nobody even said, "Oh, use my phone to even call, blah blah blah." They left us there. Only one person was very nice to us and tried to like help us to, get cab and all of that. But the rest of them ran away. So if you know you don't want to stress yourself, just buy that SIM at a flower border. When I went, it was 70 cities. I don't know how much it would be like going forward, but it was 70 cities. Just buy it and just know that you're not stressing. But for us, The next day we went to MTN office and we were able to get a SIM for about, I think, 10 or 20 CDs, and then we had to buy data for I think the remaining amount of money, 30 CDs or thereabouts. Another thing we should notice is that ah data is very expensive in Ghana. Like when enjoying Nigeria, I can't even lie to you. When I compared data plans, we actually enjoy because it was so expensive. Ah, no, it was very expensive. I can't even lie to you. It was very expensive. At the end of the day, I think it was February MB we bought with the I think 30 CDs. Ah, no, it was expensive. Though. I can't lie to you, but the point of this is if you don't, you don't want to stress, just want to enter Ghana full force. You don't want to start looking for, please give me your phone. I want to just buy the same at the border, so you know that when you're getting into Ghana, wherever you're staying, where you're dropping from the bus, you can just get your ride or whatever. You just be home free, right? But if you want to stress a little bit or you don't mind hustling, then you can go to like MTN next day and then you know get a SIM. I'm saying MTN because MTN is like the most popular network in Ghana. It seems like everybody has MTN. Apparently, it's like MTN and others, right? There's Airtel there, but Airtel is I think they merged with another brand and all, so it's not really Airtel. It's Airtel something. I can't remember right now the specific name, but MTN is like the major SIM or major network provider in Ghana. So it's best that you get an MTN SIM, which you probably will, which probably what they were saying at the border. If that's what you're buying from the border, that's what you'll buy. MTN. Also, if you want to be more budgety, right, and you don't want to spend too much money on cabs, they have something called church, right? Like a public bus. It is a public bus, really, that you can enter to go to like places. I actually wanted to try it too, but my friends were not in the mood to try and do public things. So we use like Uber and Bolt everywhere we're going. You can actually try to church her. I think it's also like cheap compared to Uber and Bolt, even though they were not quite that they're not that expensive, to be honest. I think the highest we spent on cab was like 120 cities or what 150. I'm not certain right now because we went some very far places, like, right, but naturally we didn't. If you're not going too far, you're spending like 30 cities, 50 cities, so it wasn't that expensive. But I'm saying this wasn't expensive to me because we were three, so I didn't get we're splitting it three ways, so everything is three ways, which is why I say go in a group. Oh, so everything was three ways, but if you're only one person, you will feel it, do you understand? But if you also want to try church, you can try using church. I think will also like reduce, stuff for you in general. It would be a crime if I don't mention that Ghana is very expensive. Oh my god. Like minus their carbs not being that expensive. You see like their foods, everything goes like ShopRite or because that ShopRite there, it's quite expensive. Like I was just doing a mental math converting to like naira, like how much these things cost in Nigeria, and it was a madness. I can't even lie to you. Like no, the things are really expensive. We went to watch a movie, right, and we spent 100 CDs to watch a movie during the week. 100 CDs, that's like roughly 10K, if not more, to watch film during the week, not a weekend. Though, and this no popcorn, no drink. Just no, it was a lot. No, I can't lie, it's a lot. And some things I even saw was like how much do I buy this in Nigeria? How is it so expensive here? So yeah, Ghana is very expensive when it comes to like buying stuff at the malls, at the just doing some basic activities. You might be surprised at how cost it is, but you have to go with that mindset that you're going to spend money. So all in all, if I'm running up, I would say that can you spend 400K realistically to go to Ghana? I think you can, depending like the people you're going with. I really feel like you can. Once you're going in a group, you will find a way to make that money work. But if you want to be a little bit comfortable and you don't want to stress or whatever, I would say up that money a little bit to like maybe 500 or 600. I'm like, maybe say 600 to 700. I would say up that money a little bit. And that's if you're going by bus still. If you're going by flight is about 300K just to go. So I'm so sorry, that one is really, just really, really if you're going with flights. But if you want to be comfortable but to go by bus, you want to really enjoy yourself, I would say maybe budget like 600, 700K. But on a budget like I did, I would say 400 can definitely work. I know I'm scam, but I can tell you that 400 will definitely work. I promise you. And now this is the end of my video. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share to anybody who wants to go to Ghana like very soon. And I hope they learn from this video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.